get what I mean? I'm sorry, this is like not a formal definition, please don't use it in your exam. Okay. This is just my definition of inspiration from what I've seen around me. Okay, so
So we come together as a group and decided that what has inspired us like collectively was the talk with Teresa Go. So I'll hand it over to Laila.
okay, because we are talking about what happened during this event that makes us talk about it. We are relating the inspiration topic with anything that happened during this event. So of course, I think everyone would agree that when we talk about inspiration, the first thing would pop up in your head during this event is of course the talk that Teresa Go gave us yesterday. And I think the three parts that gave us most definition is the story of how she started, and the story of what she does during her career, and what she does after she ends her current career. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, we don't really have long slides, so the slides are basically decorations. So during the start of her journey, I guess she found her calling. I guess what inspired me personally is how she tried so many different things just to find what suits her best. Because I feel like as athletes, right now we are too much of us are in our own comfort zone. We are so comfortable with our sport that maybe sometimes we need to try different things. Maybe I play floorball. Like let's say I try a different sport. Maybe I'm better at that sport. It's good for you to try so many different things. So maybe you would like to give your own definition of that.
For me, I find that finding a true calling at a young age is that she wasn't afraid to step out and put herself forward. In a sense where something that would objectively block her from doing sports as it's physical and she doesn't have the means to do it. She found a way through herself, she persevered through it, and she found how to continue and find swimming, which was her passion. So that's personally my definition of it.
So I guess during her career, of course, she was a very inspiring athlete. She had her ups and downs, and as she told us, she got 4th place, right? If I got 4th place, I would be like very, very heartbroken too, because it's like so close to winning yet so far. But I guess the inspiration I got from that is to never give up and to always pick yourself back up. Because if she didn't have that will to pick herself back up, she wouldn't have been very successful today. Maybe you would like to talk about what happened after her career?
So after the career, then we learned to give. She told us how to give back about she trained, then she got her achievement, then now she just give back about what she achieved few years ago.
So I guess about inspiration, okay, that's the main point is Miss Teresa, but of course, I think that in this room with us today, everyone here, every single person that is around you, your mom, your dad, anyone that is around you, your teammates, whatever, Dr. Charlene and Miss Tanya, everyone, gives the other person, we all inspire each other. Like, I get inspired by people winning gold medals, and when I come here, I meet new friends, and they tell me what they do with their sports and tell me their achievements. I get inspired, by them, because, like, Kelly, she told me about her triathlon thing, about that, the sting by jellyfish. I was so inspired by the story, honestly. I want to get Not that, but you know.
I think I add on. So when at young she was restricted to doing many things, and when she found swimming, it was basically her freedom because she could move around freely. And I think that's how inclusiveness should be, where people will feel welcome in the things that they would like to do.
Like, she really inspired because she's not scared to try and find a thing that makes her feel that she is at her full best power, you know. So I guess let's move on to respect.
Let me talk about respect. Respect is the most important thing for every athlete. For me, respect. I really respect myself. I really respect myself. Like when I was youngest, I like to fight. I go train taekwondo. Then suddenly I like to play with water. Then I go train swimming. After that, I see Lee Jong Wei. Then I go play with that's my journey of my also my dealing with people we just met. Like about hours here, we just met yesterday Friday night. Then we can communicate well with each other.
I think we're communicating well, right, guys?
Just share your background, your own experience, your athlete experience as well. For me, my badminton, I play single and double. My double is play with my brother. That every time you angry at him, you say something bad about him. Somehow. That's for my first game about my double. Then I used to eat. My mother tell me not to do that. That's very bad. Also, I feel so bad for myself.
His mom is showing a good example of what respect should be.
I feel so bad about myself, like talking to my brother like that. But next time I do again.
I don't like you with sibling things.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best policy.
Followed by the respect on country's rules. Basically, the nation comes to our country as guests, so they respect us. So obviously, it's a basic thing where everyone should be doing. So as a Singaporean, we should also respect whenever we go to someone's country. And by doing so, people from different backgrounds and from different countries can work together and this would like not lead to any miscommunication and any misunderstanding. And like considering that I play netball, I would like to relate it back to respect because in netball it's like a team game, so we have to have teamwork with one another. And like despite the outcome losing or winning, in the end of the day, we all give our best efforts. And with that, at the end of the game, we wish all the best to our opponent and shake hands with them. So, yeah,
Okay, maybe Nicholas would like to add to the respect topic.
Respect in taekwondo and a lot of combat sports is one of the most important things. I think you all might know this by now. So, there's a lot of combat sports such as taekwondo, karate, in which if you're not well respectful, you can also get points deducted from you by the referee. So, from a young age, since I started learning taekwondo, especially on the dojo or the fighting arena ring, I have learned that respect is key. So, whenever I step into the ring, whether I win or I lose, you always must treat your opponent as equals. If you win, don't think they're better than you, don't boast, don't brag about that. And if you lose, don't rage and tell them to go kill themselves at home because that is not very nice. So, yes, not polite. One important sport I see respect is a lot, even though I don't play it, is karate. If you see karate, I would say that's the most respectful, the most, respectful, humble sports because they don't like celebrate or they score a point or something like that, right? Like in boxing, they fight, kill already, yo. It's not like that.
Are you looking down on his boy?
Hey!
Show some respect.
I do boxing also. So you won't celebrate if you win.
Yeah.
Okay, they just bow and then they leave. That's a very good example. You should never brag, you should never teabag your opponents, okay? That is very important.
Yeah, I guess even in floorball and the other sports I play, in floorball, when you score a goal and you celebrate, and somehow it looks like you're celebrating in front of the keeper, you can get a red card and your points are deducted. Like the goal will be counted. So I guess that's not just floorball, it's like all other sports. As long as you, when you are not respectful, when you are just like being rude, they will just like deduct points, you know, there will be consequences. So I think respect is like one of the most important thing that not only athletes but we need to have as humans in general.
Also because I think respect is a very basic human decency. And in a sense, because we're all athletes, it's been ingrained in us since we were young to respect everyone. And in a sense, it can also be tied back to sportsmanship, where bad sportsmanship could also make you a bad athlete, because everyone has worked equally hard to get where they are. And if having bad respect and having bad sportsmanship, it really shows through your personality as well. And in a sense, it makes also you not really a good human.
So,
so I'm going to be talking about improving inclusiveness. But
No, simple.
you found it? No.
okay, so first I'm going to be talking about bringing awareness. I think implementing inclusiveness actually requires more effort because it's still an ongoing process. There's not really much inclusiveness in the society and as well in sports. So we really need to bring in more commitment and more effort. So through bringing awareness, from what I've learned from this program is that it actually taught a lot. So by making more programs like this and giving young athletes more opportunities to these type of programs will really change their views on how to play the sport. And next is the inclusive language. We could probably talk on a language that is more default, where everybody understands and which is more simpler.
I guess that is also one way to show respect. Like you don't just sit in a room with people who don't understand English or something and just speak English and leave them out, you know. So like this is one good thing about inclusive language.
And for more variety, we can say that we can offer athletes a diverse sports offering where they are provided with a wide range of physical activities that cater to their interests and needs.
This one more variety, we can also tie it to having, for example, all of us here are Malay. We came from Malaysia to Singapore, but
Not Malay, you know.
Malaysia to Singapore, but most of us are from KL. So I believe in order to improve inclusiveness, we could have from different parts of Malaysia, and that way when we spend more time together, we as well can learn more about our own home country. For example, in like the Sabah Sarawak area, where we ourselves also probably don't know much
I
about.
haven't even
Yeah.
been there.
If we are able to bring more athletes from there, we ourselves can broaden our knowledge about our own home country, and so from that we can also improve inclusiveness.
So, I think this right. Okay. Okay. So, creating a safe space. So, anyone here has seen taekwondo? They like to say it's the most, the most overprotective combat sports. But I believe taekwondo is the one combat sports where people of all types, like if you're like strong or you're weak or you're fast or you're slow, you can engage in taekwondo fights. This is where create a safe space comes in, because it's like you have all this protection, right? If I'm not wrong, this is something that this is what it means, right? You can. Oh no, sorry. Creating a safe space is a place where you can like openly express what you're thinking about. right? And I feel like here in iADEP we have created a very safe space for anyone to talk about whatever is the topic currently, like creating a safe space. Everyone gets a chance to talk. I think nobody here didn't do a talking part in this.
We all talk, right?
Yeah. Anyone here didn't say?
I mean, if you
So
guys
we
don't
will
talk, I don't
talk
know.
tonight because they are
Ignatius didn't
sightseeing.
get to talk,
So
guys.
He
I
didn't
will
talk, he
rush
said
down
thank you for
there,
listening.
get the key.
He didn't say
Train
it
is all
though.
there.
In the
already.
spirit world, don't
Yeah.
diss Ignatius.
I didn't diss
So
him, man. I'm
then
like,
after I open the because they need to chase me to open the door.
Okay, come back to the
Then
tangent.
I will
We
link
went
up
off
with
topic.
you take
Okay,
MRT to
let's
Pasir
come
Ris
back to the
MRT.
tangent. So,
Then I bring you all.
creating a safe
And
space, yes, I
still
believe
take a
that
bus
is what
either.
a very important thing that you learn here from
you
iADEP.
can
Is that whenever you
know the
want a
address,
place where someone can speak, make it
no,
safe, make it so people don't judge them, don't laugh at them, and this and that. If they do, that should be very much frowned upon,
I
right?
feel like that's the main thing about inclusiveness. When we create a safe space, I guess everyone is safe to voice out their opinions because we are all from different cultures. Maybe some cultures, like, you know, they have different teachings. So when we voice out our opinions, when it's in a safe space, means, you know, you don't judge them. Maybe if you think it's wrong, you make a discussion of it, right? That's what the point of this is about. You can make a debate, you can make a presentation, whatever. Just like, you know, you don't judge a person straight away. It's a safe space for someone to voice out anything in their heart.
Okay, feedback. Let's say, right, my school's a very good example. In order to get my school, which is up in a shop lot, there is no other way except taking a stairs, which is so steep that even I get tired when I walk up it, you know. It's two flights of staircase up, and with the face mask, of course, I get tired. It's like 2 flights, like 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and like, if you want to join and you're like in a wheelchair, what are you supposed to do? Huh? They're just like, yeah, you want to go up, or if like even like you're disabled, you have hearing, vision disabilities, movement disabilities, all of those. It is like not safe. So we gave a feedback to our principal, and we told him that maybe he should make it so that it's more wheelchair accessible. He doesn't care. But this is just how we should use feedback. Okay?
Which school are you on?
Don't quote me. But, yeah. That's how you should use feedback. I see here in Singapore especially, there's a lot of wheelchair accessible everything. Right?
Singapore's like such a good example.
Yeah, and anyone can live here. Anyone can live
That's
here.
one good thing you guys have.
Even
Malaysia
more.
doesn't. Chicken rice.
Even more.
No. Okay,
And anyone
stop
here been to
there.
Japan before? Japan.
Japan.
Okay, in Japan they have these things for like blind people, right? Where they like when they want to cross the road, you can press this button, and a noise will play when the light turns green, so you can cross. It's like, you see, this is how you can be inclusive. Do you think that thing just magically appeared out of nowhere? Someone just thought of it? No, I'm pretty sure someone would have seen and said, oh no, it's not safe for blind people to cross the road
People
here.
will complain,
Feedback, and then it happened.
Malaysia also got sound of tee tee tee.
Wait,
But
but
not-
the thing, right? Not everything works.
What is bomb sound?
Yo, the sound.
Not everywhere works, you know. The traffic light at my place, you press it 10 times also, that button like, doesn't work.
Yeah, you can press it how many times, it won't work. And that's why we must give feedback. But MBSA doesn't care. MBSA, MPK, all these people. You give them feedback.
Do you know it's recorded, right?
I know it's recorded. Can post to them actually. Okay.
Cut the part at the bit like
No need to cut.
maybe you put like the tit.
Yo, you can even post a video of you cursing out MBSA in our place and they won't care. It's okay. Enough politics. So feedback, right? This is how it works. Everything accessible. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about inclusive activities. Since we are in an inclusive leadership program, and you know we have athletes who are disabled and able-bodied athletes. So to improve inclusiveness, maybe we can include activities that are catering to everyone's needs. You know, some people need. Wait. Okay, sorry. Some people they have different like limitations. Maybe they can't walk more. They can't like see much or something. So maybe to programs like this, maybe the activities included in these type of programs, maybe we can add more inclusivity and we just when we are like registering, maybe you can you can ask them what things they can and cannot do, and we cater to the needs so that they also have a chance to take part in something this interesting.
But iADEP itself already does this. Like for example, Benjamin, when we were out on the fields, you could tell that even though he didn't do much of the helping, he went around taking pictures for everyone, and everyone kind of had a very fun time with him as well. So that we all felt like Benjamin was also really included in this whole scenario.
Like, if he wasn't there, our pictures wouldn't even be taken because we are all so busy, right?
You can see it's only about 5 minutes.
Clap, clap.
Okay.
So maybe you guys would like to continue about the collaborative and art competition.
So out of comfort zone is that iADEP does we all have a chance to mingle around with everybody, and it also in the sense where if some people, for example people in Singapore, they came in a school, and because of that they are all very tightly knit. So separating them into different groups gives them a chance to talk with other people as well. So in that case, it's also stepping out of their comfort zone rather than when everybody is talking to themselves, they're in their own individual group. Instead, this time they'll have a chance to talk to everybody. And when it is time when we are no longer in groups, we'll be also be able to talk to the people that we make new friends with.
So we're going to talk about
Okay.
collaborative decision making. So we sit down group and we discuss everything. We didn't say the things is right or wrong. We accept each other decision. Then we just take the important parts out there for our task. Yeah. This also shows us respect. Anything to add on?
To add on from the collaborative decision making, we also when we did the group project together, even though it was chaotic and last minute, and because I was a Singaporean, so they didn't really manage to get my number and we rarely contact. So today was the actual thing where we actually
We had a few hours, but we managed to make it work.
Yeah, and basically it just shows that involving diverse perspectives is very important in a sense, because all of us should be included in this kind of things.
And when we collaborate, we have so much different opinions from different people. Therefore, the little things will make such a huge outcome. Yay! You guys have any questions?
Can you go back to the slide before this? I just want to share with you guys. Yeah, that's the one, the whole thing. The whole thing.
Oh, it's actually two parts. Different.
The second one, yeah. Okay, so I just want to share with everyone how everyone end up in this place. How everyone end up in this place. Now, I'll just use this slide as an example. I was out of my comfort zone. Alright, I was not into any sports actually.